ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नस्तप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवति नैष्टिकी। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते। तप्त कंचना गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय 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 श्री श्री सिंबल भक्तवृंद की जय। वंशकल्पातरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। प्रणाम संकीर्तन की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य ही डिवाइन ग्रेस प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि। Hare Krishna. So thank you so much for your association. And we are in fact getting into very powerful scenario where sages who are gathered in Naimisharanya, they are going to ask questions. So last week it was very much setting the stage, and then the sages are talking the qualities of Sutta Goswami, and we went through this list. Sutta Goswami, they are saying that he is Anagha, he is Adhitani. It's very important to understand that he is well versed in the scripture. And Akhya Tani, he is also very expert in explaining it. Plus, he is Ved Vidam, the one who knows the essence of Veda. And he is Sreshta, he is Shaumya and Snigdhashya. So these facts or elements we have to carry in back of our mind to build the next level of discussion. And I would like to request you to pay attention and try to understand the depth or the mood the sages are showing here when they are asking uh, questions to Sutta Goswami, and importance and implication of those questions for us, for the upsha, for the human being, for the mankind of this age of Kali. So from verse number 9, they start asking questions, and they're asking 6 questions. And this is the very first chapter of Bhagavatam. So this would basically give us the foundation that what are the topics, what are the discussion uh, that are going to come ahead. So let me make sure that everybody is muted. Okay. So the first question that they ask, तत्र तत्र अंजसा आयुष्मान भवता यद विनिश्चितम पुंसाम्यकान्तः श्रेयस तनः संसितुम अर्हसि। तत्र तत्र अंजसा आयुष्मान भवता यद विनिश्चितम पुंसाम एकांतः श्रेयस तनः संसितुम अर्हसि. So tatra tatra, there are Shruti Shastra, there are Smriti Shastra, theistic and atheistic science. Within the atheistic science, there is Charvak science that says that yato jivet, sukham jivet, rinam kritva, girhat, girhatam pibet, whatever, however long we'll live very happily. Even I have to take the date, but I'll drink the ghee. Who knows after uh, leaving this body, what is next? So this is Charvak atheistic philosophy. Then we have theistic school, and then four school of theology comes under theistic. And then there are darshan. Six darsanas are there. Then Puranas are there. Vedas are there. Upanishads are there. So there's so much, so much. And how we know what is the Shreyas, ultimate good? What is the ultimate good coming out of all of these teachings that's presented? Tatra tatra, jaha jaha, wherever, wherever, adhitani, wherever you have studied, ved vidam, you have you have summarized the essence of it. So wherever you have studied, bhavatayad vinishitam, the word Ayushman, oh long lived, Ayushman, oh long lived, says Sri Sutta Goswami. Bhavata, please, yad vinishitam, tell with certainty, pumsam ekantah shreyas. What is the one thing that is for ultimate good? It's the first question. What is the one thing that is for ultimate good of the mankind? Tanah samsitum arhasi. Tanah, that subject. Please explain us. Samsitum arhasi. Please explain us. A very powerful question. Not simple. Not very simple to just run over. You have studied all the Shastra. And please tell us, what is the Ekantaha Shreyas? Only one item that is ultimate good for the mankind. Who are those mankind? Rayana alpayu sahasabhya. Kalau asmin juge janha mand shumand matayo mand bhag upadato. I'm asking this. What is for the ultimate good of mankind? I'm asking this because Kali Yuga has come upon. And in Kali Yuga, people have alp ayu. They don't have time to go and study all of the scriptures and then find out what is the essence. And even they have a long life, they are manda. They are very lazy towards the science of spiritual awakening. They'll be busy in everything else, but they don't have time. Shumanda matayo, their intelligence is dull. Kali Yuga people, their intelligence is dull. But even if they have intelligence, even if they are not lazy, even they have longer life, mandbhagya, they don't have good fortune. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says here, good fortune means meeting with the pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, having the association of the devotee who is Satwatam, who is worshipper of Lord Vishnu, who is worshipper of Lord Krishna. So their mandbhagya, they don't have this fortune to seek association of a pure devotee. But even if they have that, they are upadrato, completely disturbed. We have all of this now at our disposal. Good fortune to be part of International Society for Krishna Consciousness, where we have association of pure devotee. But still our swabhav, janma janma, whatever we have incurred and accumulated birth after birth, that is keeping us disturbed. Nam Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha, knowing that the name of Krishna is essence, still we don't have taste. We have a critical mentality, fault finding mentality. Upadrito. So sages are asking question for this type of people. Do they have time to go and find out the essence of the Shastra? भूरिनि भूरि कर्माणि श्रुतव्यानि विभागशः अतः सद्यो अत्र यत् सारम् समुधृत्य मनीषाया ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां यनात्मा सुप्रसिद्धति भूरिनि भूरि कर्माणि भूरि कर्माणि there are multiple duties श्रोतानि श्रुतव्यानि विभागशः which is which is to be learned and which is to be heard, that is recommended by Purini Vibhag multiple department of the Shastric study, Nyaya, Sankhya, Vaisheshika, Yoga, all of this department of theology, even in Veda, Ved Vyas compiled the Veda and then he segmented in 4 sections and gave it to his disciple to be the head of the department for that particular branch. So a lot of Shastra, lot of information there. Bhurini, Bhuri, Karmani. And based upon the consciousness of the people, the Shastra prescribed what to be done. When we study Bhagavad Gita, Krishna starts talking to Arjun from the very gross stage, Karma Kanda stage. And then he says that, but higher than that, that at least you follow some rules and regulations and be engaged in Varnashram Dharma with some goal. That's Sakam Karma. But then he says, but higher than this Sakam Karma is you engage in Niskam Karma. Karmanyavadhikaresu mafalesu kadachana. Engage in Niskam Karma. But what is the goal of the Niskam Karma? You have to know. Niskam Karma means phalam tyaktva. I do not have attachment with the results of the action. But but that's not sufficient. You have to have sufficient knowledge. And what is that knowledge? Krishna says, Pritranaya sadhuna vinashaya chaduskritam dharma sastapnarthaya sambhavami juge juge. You have to have knowledge of me, fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, transcendental knowledge. So you perform niskam karma yoga, but if you perform that niskam karma yoga, for me, it will become devotional service. So Krishna is there, his his Vani is there present, but people do not have accessibility to it. Or even they give the misinterpretation, mandbhagya, because they don't have a bright future. They don't have bright fortune. So please, atrayat saram, please tell us what is the essence. Atrayat saram, all of that we have been talking. Karmkanda, skama, sakama, jnana yoga, astanga yoga. There's so much. But what is the saram? Samudritraya Manishaya, O learned Manishaya, O learned. Bhuri Bhadraya Bhutanam, please tell us what is that essence by hearing that Bhadraya, auspicious, Bhutanam for the living being. What is that one essence? By hearing that Yanatma Prasiddhati, their, their soul will be satisfied. They will be fully satisfied. So please tell us what is that saram? Very important. Please track how nicely sages are building up their questions. सुता जनासि भद्रम ते भगवान सात्वतम पति देवक्यम वासुदेवस्य जातो यस्य चिकीर्षय सुता जनासि भद्रम ते ओ सुता गोस्वामी janasi you know bhadram te what is auspicious for the mankind bhagwan satvatam pati please tell us chikirasya for what purpose bhagwan Sri Krishna satvatam pati who is protector of the devotee paritranaya sadhuna who is satvatam pati who is protector of the devotee jato appeared as a son of Devakyam Vasudevasya, Devki and Vasudev. Please tell us for what purpose, Chikirasya, for what purpose Lord appeared. Who is the Lord? Satvatam Pati, protector of the devotee, Satvatam. For what purpose? The protector of the devotee, Lord Sri Krishna, appeared as son of Devki and Vasudev. So, first question is basically Shadhya. What is the ultimate good? And then second question, Atsharam is Sadhana. What process they need to uh, follow? And then third question, so first question was asked in verse number 9. Second question they ask in verse number 11. And third one they ask in verse number 12. And third one they are asking for what purpose Lord appeared as son of Devki and Vasudeva. So what is the Shraddha? And to achieve that goal, Shraddha, Krishna Prema is the Shraddha. What is the Shradhana? Bhakti is the Shradhana. So the answer will come later. So this is how Bhagavatam begins. It's a profound foundation. And then Sutta Janasi Bhadramte, Bhagwan Sattvatambati, Sattvatambati. For what purpose Lord appeared as son of Devki and Vasudeva. So these are all the list of the scripts I'm not going to go through. Just to give you the sense of complexity, how complex it is to come to that essence, to the saram. Tanah susrusu mananam arhasi anganu varnitam yashavataro bhutanam shemaya cha bhavaya cha. Tanah susrusu mananam. We are eager to hear. Susrusu mananam means the process that is prescribed in the Veda. Arhasi anga anuvarnatam. The process that is followed by Mahajana Janagatosha Pantha. Please tell us that. Please tell us that. What is that? Yashyavataro Bhutanam Shemaya Cha Bhavaya Cha. We are very eager to hear about appearance of that Lord. And why we are eager to hear about the appearance of that Lord? Shemaya Cha Bhavaya Cha. By hearing the pastime of the Lord, the Bhutanam, living being, will be liberated and it's going to be more purifying for them. So please tell us that pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Anu Anga Anuvarnitam, that's coming through the disciplic succession, Anuvarnitam, that's aligned with the injunctions of Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Narad Muni, Balbhacharya. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Siddhanta Swami Maharaj, His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Please tell us that pastime, which is Kshemaya cha Bhavaya cha. Now here. Apnah samsritim ghoram yananamo vivasho grinan tatah sadayo vimuchyate yad vivheti swayam bhaya. So now they are going to ask about holy name. What they are saying? Apnah samsritim puram. By their own endeavor, which they think is going to be liberating for them. Samsritim puram. They are caught up into the cycle of samsara. Apnah samsritim puram. By their own endeavor, the living beings are entangled into the cycle. Ghor means ghor means very complicated cycle of samsara. Yananama vivasho grinan. And these living beings are vivash, they are helpless. Vivasho, they are helpless. Yananama grinan, but by hearing Yananam, his holy name, Tata Sadayo Vimuchate, very quickly, Sadayo, very quickly, they will be liberated. So please tell us about that holy name. What is the holy name? Yad Vibheti Swayam Bhayam. The fear personified is feared by that person. Please tell us about the holy name of that person, which by hearing is Samsritim Ghoram, a living being, who are entrapped into this complex cycle of repeated birth and death. Shadayo Vimuchate, quickly get liberated. Are you all with me so far? Is it going okay? Are you following?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
So this verse says that please tell us about his holy name. Why we have to hear about his holy name? This is says they're asking for us. Apnaha samsritim goram. This mankind are completely entangled, completely caught up into this samsritim goram, this very unending, complex cycle of repeated birth and death. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in the purport cites example of Ajamila. Ajamila, a story behind it, we'll study that later. He chanted name of Narayan, although he had not enough faith, but he chanted the name of Krishna without fault. And that holy name, Narayan, Narayan, brought those Vishnu avatar to protect him. Please tell us the holy name of Yananam to that supreme person. So I just wanted to point out that example so that you can understand Sadhyo Vimuchate. Sadhyo Vimuchate, just by once hearing. Now you'll say, why we are chanting the name of Krishna so long? We'll talk about it later. Where is Vimuchate? We are being Vimuchate. And we'll discuss that. Yatpad. Now proceed to the next verse. Yatpad samsrayah shuta. Munayah prasamayanah. Shraddhyah punati upaprishtha. Swardhuniyapo nu sevaya. So he says, Yatpad samsraya suta. Oh, Suta Goswami, those great devotees who have taken shelter of his lotus feet. samsrayaha. Though, O Sutta Goswami, those great personalities, devotees, who have taken shelter of prasmanayaha, who are engaged in worshipping Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we come to close, upa apristha, coming close and being seated, means getting association. So when we get the association of those personality who are engaged in devotional service of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shadaya Gunati, very quickly become pious, become pure. But on the other hand, Swardhuni Apo no Sevaya, Swardhuni here refers to Mother Ganges. Apo, Apa, Apo, water. On the other hand, to receive the purity, one has to serve Sevaya, serve or take bath in Mother Ganges for long time. So holy name and then devotees. So we are very eager to hear about holy name. We are very eager to hear about his devotees. Bhagavatam talks about his devotees, whose association can very quickly purify one. On the other hand, Mother Ganges take too long to purify. एक बार करो ना करो, Narottam Das Thakur says, Vaishnava Thakur. O Vaishnava Thakur, O worshipper of the Lord Vishnu, please be compassionate upon us. So yat pad samsriya. Then he says, Kova bhagavatastasya punya slokadi karmanah shudhi kamo na surnayad yashya kali malapaham. This is a beautiful verse. So Kova bhagavatastasya punya slokadi karmanah shudhi kamo. Who is that person who has shuddh kama, who has pure desire? Who is that person who has pure desire is not going to hear about Tasya Bhagavatas, about that Supreme Person? Who is that person who is not going to hear, whose desire is pure, who is not going to hear about that Supreme Person? Because by hearing about that Supreme Person, Yashya Kali Malapaham, Mala, dirt. So if you use, Tide or some sort of detergent, put, the cloth in the detergent and take it out, you will see that Mala is falling down. So who, beautiful point, who has Shuddhi Kamo, who has pure desire, would not like to hear about that Supreme Lord? By hearing that Supreme Lord, Kali, Kal, Kal, Mal, Aham, Malapaham, Mal Apaham, all the Mala, dirt of the heart, Chetudapna Marginam, Mahadavagan, all of this heart, all of the dirts of the heart, Kali, Kalmal, Kali Kalmasam Narsan, Iti Sudaskam Nam Nam, Kali Kalmasam Narsan. This holy name, Kali Kalmasam Narsan, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is Kali Kalmasam. Kali Kalmasam. What is the Kali Kalmasam? In Kali, Kalmasam is basically, Kalamasam is basically, you would see sewage, In sewage, you would see it's smelly, so bad. In India, you would see more. I'm not sure if you will see open sewage. And then all the, dirt and dust and all the insects and everything is there. So smelly, so filthy. It is Sudhaskam Namna. but by chanting the name of Krishna, which is made of the 16 syllable, Kali Kalmasham. It will range off, it will clean all of the dirt. Goa Bhagavatas. So who is that person who has Shuddha Kama, pure desire, would not like to hear about that Supreme Person? Then the question number 4. Tasya Karmani Udarani Parigitani Suribihi Bruhi Na Sardhadhana Nam Lilaya Dadataha Alaha. So Tasya Karmani Udarani. Tasya here again refers to Supreme Lord. His pastime, Karmani, Udarani is magnanimous. Parigitani Suribihi. Suribihi refers, Prabhupada in the purport writes, all the sages, great personality, such as Narad, Lord Brahma. I start with Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma, Narad, Vyasdev, Ramanujacharya, Madhavacharya. All of those great Survihi, Parigitani. They are, they are releasing, chanting, Parigitani, singing about the pastime of that Lord, which is magnanimous. Bruhinaha, please tell us that pastime. Shardhadhana Nam. We have we have full faith in you. So Shraddha is the very first step. Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Devotion gives the 9 stages of uh, devotional service. So Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ashakti keep on going until Prema. But Shraddha is the seed. And if Shraddha is not there, then there is no tree of bhakti. So Shraddha has to be there. So anybody who is coming to our temple on Sunday feast or any festival or any celebration that we do, right away you should know this person has Shraddha. And Shraddha is the first step of pure devotional service. These 9 stages of bhakti are all the stages of pure devotional service. Yes, there is some anartha, there is some mix, but these are all stages of pure devotional service, according to Rupa Goswami. So I'm not going to get into that, but Shraddha has to be there. Without Shraddha, we cannot receive the knowledge. Shraddha has to be in the speaker. Sages are saying, we have faith in you, trust you. We know what you are going to say is adhitani akhyatani. It's coming from anuvarnitam. It's coming from our line of succession. We have faith in you. It's very important to make that point for us, for the audience, that sages have complete faith when they are asking. So please tell us about incarnation, lilaya, dadata kalaha, etechamsa kalapumsa, that kala, Krishna tu Bhagavan Swayam. So please tell us about the incarnation, that Supreme Lord. So this particular question is more about how Lord manifests and act as cause of creation, cause of destruction, and cause of annihilation. So these questions, according to our Acharya, is more geared or more focused toward Purusha avatar, Karnodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, and Chiodakshai Vishnu. So they are saying that please tell us. And then Atyakhahihi, Atyakhahihi, same word. Atya Akhyahi, Harer Dhiman, Avatara, Katha Shubha, Lila विधानतः स्वरम ईश्वरस्य आत्मा मायाया अत्यखाहि अत्यखाहि. Please explain Harir about the Supreme Lord. Lila, Lila, Vidhadatah, Vidhadat, Adhatah, Vidha, multiple. So in third chapter, we'll hear multiple incarnations of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So please tell us, Avatar Katha, please tell us the pastime, Lila Avatar of Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is very auspicious for the mankind. But the last sentence of that verse is Ishwarasya Atma Mayaya. His pastime is not managed by external energy of the Lord, but it's by Yog Maya potency. So please tell us the pastime of that Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is very auspicious for the mankind, which is performed by Lord Yog Maya potency. So Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that whenever I come to this material world, people think that I'm also human being. We'll hear that. Krishna is, sages are asking similar questions here too. Vayam tuna vitripamaya utma shloka vikrame yat srunavatam rasa jnanam shvadu shvadu pade pade. Vayam tuna vitripamaya vitra payama. We are not going to be tired. Vayam, we, not going to be tired by hearing Uttam Shloke Vikrame, by hearing the adventurous pastime, Yat Surnavat, by hearing the adventurous pastime of that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is always being glorified by Uttam Shloka, by using the highest hymn and highest praising word, Uttam Shloka. We are not going to be tired by hearing that pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yat Sunavatam Rasa Jnanam. That is another beautiful. The person who is knower of the Rasa, Kritivi Susuvi, Kritavi. So the person who is knower of the Rasa, Swadu, Swadu, Pade, Pade, at each and every step, they relish the mellow of the pastime, the conjugal affair, Lord coming and killing the demons. Everything that Lord does. The Rasagyanin, the knower of the Rasa, they relish at each and every step. Kritavan kila karmani shaharamena kesava ati martyani bhagwan gudha kapat manusha. Kritavan kila karmani shaharamena kesava. That Keshav, Supreme Lord Bhagwan Sri Krishna, who came shaharamena with his brother Rama, Lord Balram, Kritwan Kila Karmani, to perform multiple pastimes. But those pastimes are Ati Martyani. It's not human type of pastime. It's superhuman pastime. Gudah Kapat Manushaha. It appears like that he's doing that pastime as an ordinary man. But this is the Gudha, this is the secret. He's not his body, although he has appeared as human form, but his body is not like human. He's not made of Chitjala Bhava Gagana Samira. He's not made of these five elements. Rather, he's Sachidanand, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha. His Vigraha is Sachit Ananda. So this Mudha, when Mudha looks at me, they think, Lord has appeared in the form of a human being. Guda kapat manusha. But my pastime is ati martyani, superhuman. And the form that I have is not human form. So the pastime that Krishna is doing is also not the pastime that is managed by mode of guna. Our activity is managed by mode of guna. But the activity that Krishna is performing, that is performed by Yogmaya potency. So then this is Kalimagatam Agyasya Kshetri Asmin Vaishnave Vayam Ashina Dirgha Satrena Kathayam Saksena Harahe Sakshena Harahe Sachena. That's the word. So Kalim Agatam Ajasya, knowing that Kalyug has come. Kalim Agatasya, just knowing that Kalyug has arise, Kalyuga has come upon. Kshetre Asmin Vaishnave Vayam. We are gathered here in the Kshetra of Vishnu, Naimisharanya. Ashina Dirghasatrena. We have come here and we are situated here to perform the sacrifice for a long time. Dirghasatrena. Ashina, be seated. We have been situated here to Satrena to perform the sacrifice for Dirgha for a long time. But Kathayam Shakshena Harehe. But now we want to hear. So remember we said in the very beginning that Swarga means Swargyate iti. The 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 place for which residents of Swarga is engaged in singing and glorifying. So that place is abode of Lord Vishnu. So we were gathered here to perform the tapasya for thousands years. But now we are going to hear about Kathayam, about the pastime of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Tvam nah sandristo dhatra dustaram nistitirsatam nistitirsatam kalim satwa haram pumsam karnadhara ivarnavam. Tvam nah sandristo dhatra. Please, please, we have a desire to hear. What we have a desire to hear? All of that we have gone through. Because in this age of Kali, which is going to be Shatva Haram, which is going to snitch, which is going to take the holy activity, Sattva, the pious activity of the living being. Living being is going to engage in sinful activity. Dustaram, and by engaging in that sinful activity, Nistitir Satam, crossing over, we say that crossing the river of Bhava, right? So crossing over this cycle of repeated birth and death is going to be Dustaram. Is going to be very, 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 very difficult. So we are taking you as Karnadhar, the boatman, who can carry the boat over this ocean of material suffering. Dustaram nistitir satam, and help us cross over. Iva Varnam. Iva Avarnam refers to ocean. So ocean of this material suffering that has arisen due to this Kali Yuga, we are considering you as a Karnadhar who can help us cross over. That's a beautiful way sages are talking. So are we good here so far?
Yes,
Then,
Prabhuji.
then They say, Bruhi. Please tell us. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishna Brahmane Dharma Varmani Swam Kastam Adhunopate Dharma Kam Sarnam Gataha. Bruhi Yogeshware Krishna. Please tell us with that mystic person, Yogeshwaraha, the one who is controller of all the mysticism, the master of all the mystic. Please tell us about that Brahmane, that supreme personality of Godhead, who is Dharma Varmani, who is protector of the Dharma, Yogeshwara, and Dharma Varmani, who protects the Dharma. Shram Kastam Adhunopate. Now he has gone to his abode. That Yogeshwar, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, who is protector of the Dharma, has now gone to his abode. Dharmam kam Sharanam Gataha. Now where Dharma has taken shelter. Please tell us after departure of Lord Sri Krishna to his abode, where Dharma has taken shelter. Such a nice way, you know, they're asking. So this is 6 question that sages are asking. Please tell us in age of Kali where Dharma has taken shelter. So if we put all of that together, then there are basically 6 questions that sages have asked. The first one was verse number 9, and they ask Ekantatah Shreyash or Shreya. What is the ultimate good for the mankind? And what is the essence? Atrayat Saram. What is the essence of all the Vedic scripture? And then they ask, please tell us about his pastimes, especially what purpose he appeared as son of Devki and Vasudev. Please tell us about that. And please also tell us about his various avatar which help conduct the material activity, which is creation, destruction, and annihilation. And then we are also eager to hear about Yatecham Sakala Pumsam, all of his, avataras. And here mostly they are trying to hear about Lila avatar. And then where Dharma has taken shelter. So the first 2 questions they're asking is about bhakti. What is the sadhya goal and what is the sadhana? So these are questions about bhakti. What is the goal? Krishna Prema is the goal. What is the sadhana? Bhakti is the sadhana. And then Lord's appearance, his Purusha avatar, his Lila avatar. These are the questions about Bhagwan. So second chapter, verse number 6 to 29, answer the first 2 questions. And then the question 3, 4, and 5 is being answered from second chapter to third chapter. And then where Dharma has taken shelter after departure of the Lord is being answered in third chapter, last almost at the end of the chapter. And that is about Bhagavatam. Different way you can put it, but that's one way to look at it, that they are asking about bhakti, they're asking about Bhagwan, and they're asking about Bhagavatam. So, how many of you have been studying Bhagavatam systematically? Are you studying Bhagavatam system? I'm going a little bit, I'm not really doing to the very beginner stage. So, if you are not studying at least Prabhupada's purport, please study by yourself. Then you can sing. The mood can sink very well when we study Prabhupada's, Bhagavatam very systematically, the purport. Otherwise, if you just rely on this course, and just hear from me and then think that we got the essence of chapter 1. I'm trying my best, but you have to study, because if you have the background, then when I'm explaining these verses, I'm not reading the translation, I'm just going through the flow. So if you have the background, then it will sink very well. And when it will sink, when you will read next time, it will make more sense, because verses carries a lot of weight. You can unfold it depending on how you want to unfold it. Uh, there is one word here, nistitir shatam, to cross over. You can just on that word you can build holy name, past time, spirit, personality of Godhead. So it's very important, and that's one of the purpose of this course, that we study Prabhupada's purport very systematically. So with that, chapter 1, which is questioned by the sages, finished. So we got the 6 questions. So that's the basically list of 6 questions that you have to also memorize. What are the 6 questions sages ask? And then what are the answer coming up? We'll start seeing that from next session. So with that, I would like to give a pause and have some time to have some discussion and share your realization, please. And pay due attention. Bhagavatam should be heard very, very, carefully. We don't want to fall into this category here that being mentioned, that says manda sumanda matayo manda bhagu padrato. You don't want to fall into this upadrato category. And bhakti is the subject of bhav. The more bhav, the more we can shrink the way sages are asking the questions, imagine that mood, and then reach this verse, then it will give us the deeper understanding of what's the context. So with that, I would like to give a pause and let hear from few of you if you have something that you would like to share. Ramkushar Prabhu, was it clear?
Yes, Prabhu, very clear. Very nice. Thank you.
So please just study by yourself, just go
Mm-hmm.
through those verses and then it will be more clear.
Yeah, this is very nice because this will be the third time that I've gone, studied the Bhagavatam, so it's very nice. It's very enlivening and enlightening. Thank you, Prabhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, pate, sadhu, sadhu, pade, pade. For Ras Gyani, the one who is knower of the Rasa, is very releasing. I was, whenever I read some of these verses here, when it says that who are that person who is aspiring for pure love or aspiring to liberate or help themselves would not hear this pastime. This was very heart touching to me. Very heart touching. I felt that, oh my gosh, this is such a nice. Sages are so kind. They are asking these questions, knowing that in age of Kali, people will be very, very disturbed and they would have really no time. And we are going to get the essence. That's why Bhagavatam is so great. Bhagavatam is so great because of the subject that it presents. So in Bhagavatam, second chapter is very, very important chapter. They say that Bhagavatam is the essence of Shastric study. It's basically essence, the Vedic knowledge. And chapter 2 is essence of Bhagavatam. And chapter 2 has so many, verses that we'll see. Soipum Sam Paro Dharma. Such a beautiful, context. Or the verses that we chant before Bhagavatam, that is coming from the second chapter. So divine and divinity and divine service. This is beautiful chapter, and we'll try to. So first, 2 chapter we'll really try to dwell in nicely. And then from third chapter, we might try to a little bit go faster. But yeah, so from next session, we can get into second chapter. So in first chapter, uh, what we did for the first verse, we saw the 5 explanation. And then in second verse, we saw that power of the Bhagavatam, how powerful is Bhagavatam. And then in third verse, we saw how nectarian is the Bhagavatam. So those 3 verses were just the prelude, setting the mood to get into Bhagavatam, what Bhagavatam is going to offer, Vastu of the Bhagavatam, right? First verse talks about that. Second verse, the greatness, how great Sadhya Hriday Aruddhate Kritivhi Sususubhi Tatchanat Tapotraya Anumulanam. So, and then the third verse talked about the rasha, nectar that we receive. And then after that, we got into the discussion where sages are setting the scene and they are saying nice word of praisal to Sudha Goswami. And then after that, they're asking 6 questions. And that's how the chapter finishes. So in next chapter, now Sudha Goswami is going to say, thank you so much for asking such excellent question. It's just such a beautiful question, you know. But this will say, this will start, the second chapter will start because Vyasadeva is saying that Sutta Goswami was very happy to hear these excellent questions. And then, some foundational verses, and then we'll start getting into the answer of those verses. Dasindu Mataji, do you want to share something? Thank you, Pramkushar Prabhu. Was it good? Did you get everything from this chapter?
Yes, Prabhuji, it's wonderful. Just to be in the class itself is wonderful. And on top of that, hearing the topics is enlivening. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Nadia Kishore Prabhu, are you doing something else? How is everything? Was it good learning from this chapter, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, very nice. I'm waiting for the answers next class.
Thank you, Prabhu, Nadia Kishore Prabhu. Yes, so it's coming. coming there. Thank you so much, by the way, for your association. I'm so grateful that you all have been so kind on me and shouting your mercy and giving me opportunity. This is very purifying for me, I can tell you for sure. These services have been very, very purifying and uplifting. Shemaya cha bhavaya cha. I need your mercy. Thank you so much. So we'll chant the Vaishnava Pranams and I'll see you all next Sunday at the same time with second chapter. Thank you for your participation and please forgive me if I said something wrong. Sometimes, I just get carried away with the emotion of the verse. Some of these verses are very deep and I just start a little bit releasing it. So if I was off track, kindly forgive me. Vanchkalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyaya patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namo. Shimbal Bhakti Vrindi ki jai. I'll see you all in Sunday feast today. We have yajna, so please come on time. Dandavats, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.